Good morning, friends. Myself, Professor Santosh Mengal, Abasai Marathi Arts and Newcomer Science College, Rajapur District, Ratnagiri. Today, we will discuss the topic of accounting standard boards and accounting standard. Firstly, we discuss the accounting standard board. On 21st April 1977, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India constituted accounting standard boards known as Accounting Standard Boards means ASB with the view to harmonize accounting policies and practices used in India. The main function of Accounting Standard Board is to formulate the standards after taking into consideration the applicable laws, customs, uses, and business environment. The Accounting Standard Boards is constituted in such a manner that it would give adequate representation to the all interested parties and thereby ensure participation of the all concerned in the formulation of standards and their implementation. As the first task to explain the nature and scope of standards and procedures, the Accounting Standard Boards issued the first document in January 1979, which is known as Preface to the Statement of the Accounting Standards. Then we will discuss the accounting standards issued by ICAI. First, Accounting Standard 1, Disclosure of the Accounting Policies. It is applicable from the 1st April 1993. Accounting policies are the specific accounting principles and the methods of applying those principles adopted by the enterprises in the presentation of the financial statements. At the time of the preparation of the financial statement, that's called balance sheet and the profit and loss account, there are the several various some things, and it is explained in the accounting standard 1. Next, accounting standard number 2, valuation of the inventories. It is applicable from the 1st April 2016, and the standards explain the rules and procedures and methods of the valuation of inventories means the stocks in the companies or enterprises and calculation of the closing stocks. Then accounting standard number 3 are cash flow statements. These standards give the rules and procedures of the recording of the cash flow of the business, which is cash inflow and outflow, and this standard is applicable from the 1st April 2001. It is a revised standard. Next, accounting standard number 4, contingencies and events occurring after the balance sheet date. These standards applicable from the 1st April 2016. It is the revised standard and it's give the procedures of the recording of the events occurring after the balance sheet dates. Next, accounting standard number 5, net profit or loss for the period, prior period items and changes in the accounting policies. These standards are applicable from the 1st April 1996. It is revised standards at the 1st April 1996, and these standards give the process of the calculations of the net profit or loss in the period of the prior period and post period and changes of the some accounting policies. Next, accounting standard accounting standard number 6, depreciation accounting. These standards applicable from 1st April 1995, and it is applicable to the all enterprises. These accounting standards gives and explain the various types of the depreciation and calculations of the depreciations by the various methods and methods of the transactions recording in the accounting. Then next, accounting standard number 7, accounting for the construction contracts. These standards are applicable from 1st April 2002. It is a revised standards and it gives the explanation of the recording system of the construction contracts in the accounting. Next, accounting standard number 8, accounting for the research and development. These accounting standards give the process and applications of the research and development grants, which is recording in the business and companies. Then next, accounting standard number 9, revenue recognition. This accounting standard is applicable from 1st April 1993 and it gives the explanation of the revenue and process and procedure of the recording of the transactions in the accounting of the some revenue, incomes and expenditures. Next, accounting standard number 10, accounting for the fixed assets, means property, plants and equipments. First, and it is applicable from the 1st April 2016. This is the revised standard. This standard give the process, calculations and recording system of the fixed assets in the accounting. Next, accounting standard number 11, accounting for the effect of changes in the foreign exchange rate, and these standards revise at 1st April 2004. The standard give the process, rules and regulations of the changes of the foreign currency translations and exchange rate of the foreign currency and recording system of these transactions in the accounts. They are provide some journal entries for the recording of the accounts. Accounting standard number 12, accounting for the government grants. It's applicable from the 1st April 1994. The standards give the process of the recording of the accounting of the government grants which is received from the company or enterprises for the development. Then accounting standard number 13, accounting for the investment. These standards applicable from the 1st April 2016. It is provide the process of the transactions of the investment accounting and recording of the accounting of the investment transactions. Then next, accounting standard number 14, accounting for the amalgamations. These standards are the applicable from 1st April 2016. These standards give the rules, regulations, process, journal entries of the amalgamation and types of the amalgamation, means absorptions and reconstructions of the companies and enterprises. Next, accounting standard number 15, accounting for the retirement benefit in the financial statement of the employers. means employee benefit, and it is revised at the 2005 and applicable from the 1st April 2006. These standards give the process, regulations of the calculations of the retirement benefit of the employees, which is given from the employers and the governments. Next accounting standard number 16, borrowing cost. It is applicable from the 1st April 2000. Next accounting standard number 17, segment reporting. It is applicable from 1st April 2001. Next accounting standard number 18, related party disclosures. It is applicable from 1st April 2001, and it is applicable for level first and second of the all companies. Next accounting standard number 9, leases. It is applicable from the 1st April 2001. Next accounting standard number 20, earning per shares. It is applicable from the 1st April 2001. The standards give the procedures and regulations of the calculations of the earning per shares and overall shares of the companies. And then accounting standard number 21, consolidated financial statements. It is applicable from 1st April 2016, and this standard gives the rules, regulations, explanations and process of the consolidation of the financial statement, means the profit and loss account and balance sheet of the consolidated companies, means which are work together for the profit. Next accounting standard number 22, accounting for the taxes of income. This standard give the rules and regulations of the recording of the taxes of income in the accounting for the business and other some institutions. These standards applicable from the 1st April 2001 for the listed companies, 1st April 2002 for the companies other than listed companies, and 1st April 2016 from the all companies. Then accounting standard number 23, accounting for investment in the associate in consolidated financial statements. It is applicable from the 1st April 2002, and it is required to be complied with by the entity if the entity pursuant to the requirement of the statute or the voluntarily prepares and presents the consolidated financial statements. Then accounting standard number 24, discontinuing operations. These accounting standards applicable from the 1st April 2004, and it deals explanation, procedures and system of the accounting recording of the discontinuing business or discontinuing operations in the business or the companies. Then accounting standard number 25, interim financial reporting. It is applicable from the 1st April 2002. Some companies and enterprises declare the interim financial some benefits, means dividend and other benefits. These standards give the rules and regulations of the recording of this interim financial statements or financial some schemes. Next accounting standard number 26, intangible assets. It is applicable from the 1st April 2003, Next, accounting standard number 27, financial reporting of the entries in the joint ventures. These standards give the process and the explanation of the financial reporting of the entries in joint ventures. Means two or more enterprises are come together and start the business, and this process and regulations of the accounting are presenting in these accounting standards. Next, accounting standard number 28, impairment of the assets. It is applicable from the 1st April 2004, 2008 and 2006. Means 1st April 2004 and 1st April 2006 from the level of first and second companies, and 1st April 2008 from to level third companies, means third level companies. Then accounting standard number 29, provisions, contingent liabilities and contingent assets. Accounting standard number 13, financial instrument recognition and measurement. Accounting standard number 31, financial instrument presentation. Accounting standard number 32, financial instrument disclosures. Here we will discuss the functions and responsibilities of the accounting standard board. First, functions and responsibility. Responsibility of the propagating and the accounting standard. Second, persuading the concerned parties to adopt the standards. Third, issue the guidance notes and give the clarifications of the issue arising from the standards. 4. Review the standards at the periodic intervals. 5. Enumerate the describe basic concepts and principles to which accounting practices and the procedures should be conformed. Number 6. Clarify the phrases commonly used in the financial statement and suggest improvement therein. And last, function and responsibility. Examine the various current alternatives practices in the WIG and identify the preferable alternatives. Here are the procedures of the formulation of the accounting standards. Firstly, Indian Accounting Standard Boards issue the exposure draft. Then accounting standard boards these exposure draft present at the website and collected the feedbacks from the stakeholders to the accounting standards through the emails, fax and post and some other mediums of the communication. There they end the consultation. After the ending of the consultation, ICI review the comments and draft the letters to the accounting standard board for the consideration, and then accounting standard board issue the final accounting standards, and then lastly accounting standard board publish the accounting standard for the society. Then same time Indian Accounting Standard Boards collect the feedback. Then Indian Accounting Standard Board review the comments and final issue of the drafts, and lastly they are publish the issue of accounting standards. This is the process of the formulation of accounting standards. Thank you.